3-1 the score in the end. Me and you were having a little bit of banter over some food before the game. You said we're going to feel it today, it's going to come to an end, and it didn't quite go that way, did it?
You love it.
It didn't quite go that way, did it, Rob?
This is football, man. I can take it. I can take it, man. You know what I mean? I was very disappointed in Arsenal today. Really, really disappointed in our performance. I felt that was our worst home performance of the season. Because even when we lost that League Cup game to Tottenham, you know, we had a lot of chances in that game. I felt today, I don't know, we started off well. Then we conceded a goal, and then once Socrates went off, once we got that injury to Socrates,
just crumbled.
Yeah, he's kind of killed the momentum of us, and you know we were just so susceptible to the counter attack, which you guys executed really well. You got a really quick team, and you know Lingard.
Alexis.
I remember saying...
Did that hurt? Did that, be honest?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's been a lot made of him, and look, I'm not going to dress up. He has been poor since he's come to United. But did that hurt?
So the funny thing is, it doesn't overly hurt to see Alexis score because he's a quality player. So, you know what I mean? It's not like you're thinking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't get hit up by those things.
Did it hurt to see Jesse Lingard do the moonwalk then?
Lingard, I remember getting stick off of his dad during the World Cup. When he was reminding me about how he came in Millie Rock. But you know what?
Different dance move today, but same outcome.
You know what? You may be doing them dance moves too early because you ain't won the FA Cup yet. So but
he scored a goal.
Yeah, great goal.
What's he supposed to do? Not celebrate?
No, of course you celebrate, but this thing coming here and celebrate, he needs to chill out a bit. What?
No, why should he chill out? This is his home. This is his second home.
The only thing I question, and I was saying the same thing to Rants and Bants with your players, is listen, and I told you from time you've got excellent players. Why weren't they doing that earlier on in the season?
Because
why wasn't he doing the moonwalk when he was playing under Mourinho?
Because Mourinho sucked that out of him. He sucked all his dance moves out of him. In fact, actually, that's a lie because he merely rocked with Mourinho here even last season.
Starts to think these guys are very unprofessional in their attitude, right? You know, under the last manager, I know Mourinho.
You know he killed that team.
I know
Don't try and blame the players.
No. But they have to look into themselves and say, well, hold on, how comes we do? You know, we know the tactics were different. But were you giving your all for that last manager?
I think they were. I don't think they were. I think it's proven. I think if you don't like the manager, even in a normal place of work. You don't go the extra mile, and I don't think the players are going out there to say I don't want to try.
I've worked at places where I haven't liked the manager, but my personal professional pride means that I still put it in. I think it's proven now that your guys weren't putting it in. Maybe because they wanted to get him sacked.
They were held back as well, though. But look, even with you lot, though, look how you lot changed under Emery when you went on that run and everyone could see how you were playing. It was like, why were we not doing this under Wenger? Because he changed things.
Listen, Unai Emery, right, still has I'm still going to have a lot of patience with him. This is his first season. He's been in charge for 6 months. He's inherited a team that we know the defence is not good enough.
And you won't spend as well.
We've got the board are not spending. We've got injuries all over the place. You saw tonight we had nothing to bring off the bench. There's no backup strikers. There's no. He had no. When we got injuries to two centre backs today, you know, he never had another centre back.
A little bit like Tottenham here, weren't you? Lot laughing at them with their injuries.
No, but we don't. We still wouldn't go on a win fix. FA Cup.
Do you blame that be honest, for today's loss? Do you blame the injuries that happened? Do you think it would have been different, or do you think we just were the better team in general?
I think you were the better team in general. Yeah. I think if somebody like Bellerin would have been playing today,
he would have made a difference.
It would have made a difference. And again, you know what I mean, Bellerin's out for the season now.
Yeah.
Rob Holding's out he was arguably our best defenders out for the season. Yeah. Welbeck, who was coming on and making a brilliant impact when we were on that run, making a brilliant impact, he's out for the season. These are not. That's why when I talk about Tottenham, they're crying because they've got a couple of players out for a couple of weeks. These are guys that are out. That's it, gone.
Yeah.
And then the board here are not then saying to him, all right, well, here's 30 mil, go out and get a replacement. These guys are gone for the season. They're saying, well, go see if you can find a loan. So the manager's really up against it at the moment. And as you saw with Man United, when Fergie left, you know, you've had 4 managers now. And you're still not challenging for the league.
So it just proves how hard the transition can be.
It's a hard transition period, so we're going to have to be patient. We're all really disappointed tonight, but I think we just got to dust ourselves down. We've got to admit and say that Man United were the better team. You guys have got a lot of quality players. I've been telling you from time.
Yeah.
But as I said, I think some of those players do, whilst I understand why their performances weren't as good under Mourinho, because you know, Mourinho...
Because even you said to me loads of times, what is wrong with this guy? He's holding back the players, the tactics. You can't expect these guys to do the best of their ability.
Yeah, but they do in a way got to look at themselves and think, well, hold on, how can you weren't even playing half of that. Pogba weren't even playing half of that.
You're just vexed because now he's like, why is he doing that to us, man? He never used to do this.
You know what I mean?
Now he's breezing past our midfield like they're not even
Mourinho, man, bring him back.
That's really what you're mad about.
Why did you get rid of Mourinho?
It's all coming out now.
Why? Why you get rid of Mourinho for, man? He's doing such a great job. And now you're going, Nah, listen, man, all jokes aside, listen, the best team won today, and we'll take it on the chin, man. You know what I mean? Listen, it hurts. I hate losing to Manchester United. You know, it hurts, but listen, we just got to take it on the chin. I think, actually, when I really look at it, it's a bit like the League Cup when we went out to Tottenham. I looked on it and said, do you know what? Do we really need a run in the League Cup when the priorities are top four? And I looked at the game, and I looked at the games. I was like, could we really cope with a game during the week? And then, and then I look at the FA Cup, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe some of those weeks off in the FA Cup with the injuries we got, and that might be. We've won the FA Cup. We'd have won it more times than any other team. If we won the FA Cup at the end of the season and we don't get in the top four, all our fans will be moaning anyway and saying this is not what we need. We've won it. I think we need to try and concentrate on two things now. The only two things we can concentrate on: trying, if possible, to get into that top four. And the only way we're going to do that is if the board here help the manager out with some signings this month, and secondly, we've got to try and see if we can win that Europa League. Those are the top priorities. FA Cup, we've been there, done that. It would have been nice to win tonight. We're at home. It's Man United, but even if we would have got through this, my priorities are those other two things this season. We need to get back into the top four so we can start attracting back those top quality players, and defensively, that's the area where we're really missing them. But listen, good luck to United. You know,
very humble.
Hopefully, humble. Hopefully, you get knocked out in the next round.
You weren't. You know what? I wish you lot could have seen how this guy was talking before the game. You know. No, because you were saying, yeah, what, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yeah? What, Sanchez, yeah, he ain't done nothing since he got...
Yes, listen, don't get it twisted. No, hold on. Don't get it twisted, Flex. The guy scored 4 goals in 1 year. He's on nearly 500 grand a week, right? He's been a massive flop.
I'm not disputing that.
So, but
what I'm saying is, it's just fitting that
hold on.
He gets out of that run here.
No, hold on. You're going to go and say now that after that 1 goal he scored, he's been a massive flop.
I'm not going to say that. He's still probably the worst transfer we've had.
Yeah, when you bought him in...
It was just so fitting. You know how much joy it gave me seeing him score?
Yeah, fantastic. But you bought him in to win the Champions League, right? And he's been an absolute flop since you bought him. And I still don't think that Alexis Sanchez is the player that was here.
He's not the same player, but I do think under Ole we'll see a different him.
I think he's still a world-class player, but he's a player on the decline. Yeah, I honestly think that.
I agree with that.
I actually thought that when he was here, like the last season, because the amount of time, I remember speaking to one of the coaches here, and they showed me the stats for the amount of times he loses a ball.
Yeah, we saw that straight away as soon as he comes on.
I do think he's a player on the decline. So, you know, what I said before, I stand by. He's not... That's been a waste of money for you. You didn't. I told you at the time you didn't need Alexis.
Yeah. We didn't. We were trying. We needed someone more like Ozil at the time.
You just wanted to nick him off of Man City. Let's have it right. That's what you wanted to do, and that's what I think. That's what's been the problem with your club. That over the past couple of seasons, you haven't had a plan. At least maybe with Ole.
With that short-termism.
Maybe with Ole. Maybe they should give him the job, and maybe they should say, you know what,
we're going to give.
And this is what we need to do with our guy as well. There's no point in us giving this guy the job and then after a year say, right, we got to give him the job, we got to back him. The fans are backing him, or the board backing him. That's what is annoying me at the moment. I don't think they are. But we'll wait and see. I'm going to stay patient with it. And, you know, I think things will turn around, man.
Nice one, man.
Cool.
See you much.